A straightforward reading would be that things would have gone differently for the rich man if he'd just helped Lazarus. And after all, who could be so hard-hearted to let a man die of neglect and starvation right outside his door? Who really cares about money so much more than human life? Let's look at a real-life scenario. So Christ Episcopal Church in Toms River, New Jersey is a vibrant and active parish, and among the many ways they help their local community is they rent space to a local affordable housing nonprofit. And affordable housing and rising homelessness are major issues in Toms River due to skyrocketing property values and housing costs. And the homeless population in the town has doubled since the pandemic. So to address this issue, the affordable housing nonprofit, in partnership with another area nonprofit, asked Christ Church's permission to build a small 17-bed homeless shelter on the church's property. And the church enthusiastically supported the idea. And after doing some planning and securing grant funding, the proposal moved forward to the town zoning board, as the shelter would require a zoning variant. And as enthusiastic as the church was about building a shelter, many town residents were markedly less enthusiastic. So they cited issues concerns about decreasing property values and concerns that the people sheltered would be pedophiles or burglars who would steal all their things. And this sort of opposition is fairly common for these sorts of situations. I've had multiple friends and colleagues who've experienced the exact same resistance when their churches moved to either house homeless people in their buildings during the winter months or when they moved to do projects such as affordable housing in their community. However, things in Toms River took a turn I wouldn't have expected. So a few weeks before the zoning board was set to vote on the zoning variance for the shelter, the mayor brought forward an eminent domain request to seize the church's property and turn it into a park, complete with pickleball courts, because that would be a better use of the land for the community than the church. And the initial vote to seize the land ended up passing the town council by one vote. And it was perceived by many people in town as a way to intimidate the church or to close the church to ensure that there was no homeless shelter. And it did work. The church didn't get the zoning variance approved and is not seeking to appeal, even though the diocese thinks they have a good case. But they're not appealing since they're now facing the town potentially seizing their property. And additionally, the town's actions delayed the potential shelter project for so long that the grant funding that the church had secured for the project has now expired. A few verses before Jesus tells this parable, we're told he's telling it to some Pharisees who are lovers of money. And based on how things look out there in the world today, lots of people in lots of places love their money and their property values far more than their neighbors outside their door.